So Colin Hooper now at the front of this field in sunny conditions, but still a wet track. Ken Rowe in the second position.
Yeah, he looks like he's pushing hard here, and Kenny's still got championship points to have. Colin's not in the championship, but definitely holding him out.
So Kenny Rowe monstering the back of the Little Mac, under brakes into the carousel. He's sideways, he's more than sideways, just nudges the back of Hooper's Mac, and around goes the Eagle Equipment Kenworth.
Oh, he'll be pretty annoyed with himself there. He's gone on a little bit hot, probably to get closer to come onto the front straight, and now he's dropped 3 places as Ken.
Yeah, McGee's got ahead of him, so has Kane Scott, but Scott is a lap down, having pitted with some dramas from the first part of the race, and probably to secure that hood that came adrift with that spin. On board with Kenny Rowe. What's he thinking right about now, Carlos?
Well, I know what his crew will be thinking, but hey, he's still out there racing, so yeah, he won't be too happy at all.
Look at the spray coming up from behind as he goes by an ailing Kane Scott, who hasn't had everything really go to plan. He did finish second overall for the round at the previous round at Powerbuilt Tools Raceway in Christchurch, a track that he certainly loves racing at in any form of motorsport. So Kenny Rowe playing catch-up. Colin Hooper is your race leader. There's the McGee Mac going through. Kenny Rowe, Shane Gray. He's on a bit of a charge here, so he's got a little advantage over Malcolm Little, but I think pretty much Malcolm Little just needs to finish this race to tie up the championship and keep within probably a few positions of Shane Gray, as we're on board with him now behind the McGuinness Kenworth.
Yeah, Shane Gray concentrating there. He'll want to get past Kane there to get some more points, but as you can see in the background, Malcolm Little sniffing again, and that thing just keeps on going and going, doesn't it?
Yeah, so Shane Gray gets by Kane Scott, who doesn't really fight the issue. Could be interesting if Malcolm gets to Kane. As we said, there's no love lost after Ruapuna finale last year.
I see Kane went quite wide there. Oh, he's gone wide, all right. He's gone into the pits.
He's disappeared. He's gone pit bound again. So Malcolm Little just needing to finish this race. Shane Gray, if he can win this, Carlos, he could tie the championship. Now, how would that work? Would there be a countback system maybe on race wins?
Yeah, that'd get a bit interesting. It goes back to qualifying, how many times you've qualified first, and also how many race wins you've had through the season.
Yeah, there's a lot of ground here to be made up, though, by the likes of Gray and Little towards the front. Such was the handicap start for them at the start of this race. There's the McGee Mac, the Jackson Enterprises McGee Mac. After their dramas at levels, not contesting the round.
Yes, he's going well there, isn't he? He's running in second there behind Colin. And certainly someone mentioned that $1,000 cash prize, and Colin's, well, he's gone, really.
Yeah, he's disappeared out in front. He's lapping in the 139s. Malcolm Little in the 130s as we're back on board with McGee. He's lapping in the 39s as well. But he's starting to make some inroads on the Little Mac. And we've got this battle from race number 2 starting to rage again.
You just see there the drive lines that they're taking just starting to dry out a little bit. So with that much horsepower in the old Black Mac there, he might be starting to close in on Colin.
So it could be close at the end. We're starting to get towards the end of this championship, the third and final round, the third and final race of the weekend from the Taupo Motorsport Park. Lots of attitude, and again sideways for the McGee Mac off the infield. So they don't make the turn onto the old circuit. They go across the back of the track onto this shortened configuration. There's Malcolm Little. So it looks like Little has got around Shane Gray, and that could be game over for the championship. And Malcolm Little's not too far away from the front here.
Yeah, sitting in fourth now. So next truck to get through past is Kenny Rowe in the old Eagle.
Ashley Hay ahead of Troy Wheeler in this race. That's also pretty tight for the Class 2 championship. So Hooper goes through. McGee, Kenny Rowe with just 2 laps left to go. Can Hooper take the win in the $1,000? But the charge of the quick boys is heading towards him.
Yeah, plenty of smoke coming out of Colin's truck there, but I guess when you're putting that much fuel in, it's got to go somewhere, doesn't it?
Big bellowing diesels, 1,000 plus horsepower, 5 to 5.5 tonne, tiptoeing their way around a damp Taupo Motorsport Park. What do you reckon, Carlos? Can Hooper do this?
Well, he's actually driving quite tidy, isn't he? Not bad for someone who's been in the wardrobe for 2.5 years.
Yeah, he hasn't contested the championship for the last couple, and I was just wondering if that was one of Ron Salter's former trucks.
Yes, it possibly is, with the old red flames on the bonnet there. that's probably going back 15 or more years ago when Ron Solder had that.
Yeah, Ron Salter, a former New Zealand truck racing champion. Troy Wheeler, big time sideways with the Troy Wheeler contracting Scania. It's pretty much the only way that Troy knows how to drive this truck. I don't think he's too worried about the racing, just how much sideways he can get. A little bit like Andrew Porter used to be.
Yeah, he must be teaching his sons how to do it on the track, and keep an eye out for those two young fellas in the next 3 or 4 years. They might turn up out here too.
Yeah, the two young Wheeler brothers have had some speedway experience. So the last lap board is out. Malcolm Little looking to tie up his 3rd consecutive New Zealand Super Truck Racing Championship in the PPG Freightliner. And Colin Hooper looking for the extra $1,000 for the victory here in the final race at Taupo. But McGee's not too far away.
Oh, good to see Terry with 2 hands on the wheel there. He must have been a bit busier in that corner.
Here comes Malcolm Little low. Just a handful of corners left to go to tie up this championship in this final race. Little all over the back of McGee's Mac.
Yes, he'll be getting a bit nervous there, but if he holds his line, it's a very short straight to pass here. If he holds his line, he'll still keep second.
But it looks like Colin Hooper's going to take out the final race win. Little, if he can get around McGee, may get to second. I don't think he's got enough. McGee got a little bit untidy into the carousel. As the smoke blowing Mac out in front of Hooper works his way off the final corner. He'll take the final race victory of the championship and the extra $1,000. McGee will hold on to second, and the 3-time champ, Malcolm Little, in 3rd. So it's Hooper, McGee and Little. Notable result for Ash Hay in 7th, Troy Wheeler in 9th.
We're really happy about our finish win today. Yeah, hard time, long time coming.
But, yeah, there's a lot of water and diesel out there on the track, so yeah, just had to keep it smooth and tidy and bring it home.
This is the 3rd championship win for us overall. We tried some new tyres on that time. We put some tyres on. We had half an hour to go. The rain came in. We thought, well, this is a good gamble. We'll try something different. And nearly missed the start of the race.
So Malcolm Little wins his 3rd consecutive championship, with Shane Gray not far behind on 103 points. Ash Hay looking like a driver to watch in the future with a credible 3rd, ahead of Class 2 champion Troy Wheeler.